second. All right. Take two. Hello. All right, guys, welcome. My name is Jacqueline Valdez. Welcome to Jacqueline Valdez Live. I'm super excited to be here today. So we have as our next guest, Leslee Bender, who is very well known in the fitness industry and also well known for the Bender Ball method. So welcome.
Hi.
Hello. Excited to have you here today. How's your day going?
Well, thank you for having me. It's going great. I'm over jet lag. I just got back from teaching at IDEA Korea, and it was an outstanding event. So you got me when my brain cells are actually working today.
I love it so much. And you look amazing. You look fabulous. Yes, you stay so ageless and you stay so fit and energetic and just always giving such amazing energy to all of your clients, to people that are around you, and to yourself.
Well, the whole thing of agelessness is truly not only nutrition and movement, but it's a mindset. And I feel if we succumb to, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that, oh, I'm too old, et cetera, you're setting the stage for exactly what you're putting out to the universe. So it really gets down to making that choice of saying, I am going to eat healthier. I am going to move. I am ageless. And it's amazing when you have that mindset, even coming off of a 10-hour flight. Yes, I was tired, but honestly, when I landed, I actually went and taught. So,
Wow.
it's so much of a mindset, right?
I love that. Yeah, it's so true. So that's one of the ways that you would say that you are able to restore yourself after giving so much of yourself.
I think honestly, Jacqueline, again, not only just mindset for those of you that are listening, but also is again nutrition. And for me, I'm plant-based, and I find that the more plants that we eat, no matter what they are, it provides energy for your body, and that way you recover faster. And especially, hydration is vital. And we've all heard drink a lot of water, and I can't say enough about that. And then also movement, and the type of movement that somebody chooses is very individual. And and sometimes our workouts actually cause more stress on the body and cause more stress for the sympathetic nervous system than taking classes, for example, in yoga or Pilates and combining it. And it certainly isn't to say don't go out and do a good spin class, but when I hear, students say, oh, I took so and so's class and I'm so sore, I can't even move the next day. When we think that, it's a badge of soreness, and I come from that era, 30 years ago, we definitely had that mentality that
Right.
to have a good body is to kill yourself. Well, that landed me a knee replacement. And I can't stress enough that killing yourself is not going to lead you to a better body. It's going to lead you to injury, stress, pain, exhaustion, et cetera, et cetera. And we need to start moving away from hardcore training and start training smarter than harder, if that makes sense.
Oh my gosh, it makes so much sense. Yes, hello. Thank you for tuning in. We are back. Yes, season 2. Excited to have you here. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, it's so true though, because I'm 51 years old and I also come from the background of you have to be in pain, you have to really be sore for days for it to be beneficial. And it's just not that way. I feel like you really have to listen to your body. You have to be kind to your body, and you want to feel good after your workout and after your movement. And it wants to be fun. It wants to be fun.
Well, fun is a huge factor. And what I have found with myself or any of my clients and students is what brings you joy. What is fun? I mean, is it going for a bike ride? Is it gardening? Is it going for a walk? Is it, playing outside? And the art of play, and one of the biggest things, of course, in our country now is pickleball. And I've actually taken it up. I love it. It's
Oh,
so
wow.
much fun. It's so much fun. And again, you look at its engagement, you're communicating with other people, et cetera, et cetera. And this is vital for the success of longevity.
Yes, I love that. Oh my gosh, you're dropping so many gems. I love it. And the funny thing is, so just to let you guys know a little bit of a backstory, I met Leslie years ago and I trained under her for a week and I had a torn meniscus. I actually tore it that morning and then I traveled to go see you and do your workshops that week. And you really took me under your wing and I just always had, you always were just so kind and generous and really helped me get through that week of being able to take classes and not be in such pain. And I've continued when I do find those flare ups with my knee to do some of the movement exercises that you gave me, and it makes a difference.
Well, I think as trainers, we need to train more intelligently with our clients. And, it's like if I hear a client say, oh, my back was killing me from so and so's class, that's not exactly what I want to hear. I want to hear, I feel energetic, I feel lengthened, I feel amazing. And
Yeah.
when you leave any kind of movement program and you feel that way, um, you're taking years off your life. But if you're leaving going, I can't walk the next day, you're adding years to your life. So again, when I hear trainers say squeeze, tuck, tighten, woo, burn, I want to pull my hair out because when in life do we want to be in so much pain that we can't move the next day? So I am such an advocate of training intelligently versus training with the trends. And those of you that are listening, I mean, is to be cognizant of just because something is on social media or a social influencer, there's a very good chance that, yeah, they might have a great body, but they don't know what they're talking about. They haven't gone through a formal education and training. So one has to be very cognizant of what you look at on YouTube or whatever the case may be.
That is so true. Knowledge is power. And there's so
Mhm.
many influencers out there and so many
Yep.
people that are teaching things out there that don't have that background and training or have never gone through an injury before or who have never been impacted by something affecting their body so much that kind of changes them.
Well, as a published author, and I'm actually working on a new book that will be published next year through Human Kinetics, and it's intelligent training with a small ball. Go figure after the Bender ball. But truly, when I created the Bender ball training program back in 2007, my whole purpose of doing that, to be honest with you, was to protect the back. So again, those of you that are watching, stop doing crunches. Stop laying on your back thinking that's going to train your core. If anything, it weakens it. Learning how to hold yourself with good posture is going to train your body again so much more functionally than thinking we have to lay on the floor and do crunches, because honestly, we're only using our core about 10%. Now, a lot of people don't want to hear that, but that's the research behind utilizing a small ball versus
Right.
not.
Right. And how long did it take you, going back to the Bender ball, how long did it take you to come up with that whole project and that whole creation? Because it's such a huge hit around the world.
Well, I know it's crazy. I saw Bender balls in Korea.
I love it.
Well, I actually started teaching with a small ball in the Pilates world in the year 2000. So I was way ahead of myself when I started teaching with a small ball. I guess I knew intuitively that it felt better on my back to use a ball behind my back. And I thought, wow, if this works behind my back and I feel this, then I can only imagine how this would be integrated into the Pilates world. Of course, back then it was all classical and it was laying on your back and killing yourself. Well, times have changed. We've aged. And again, when the fitness industry began, everyone was young. We didn't have science behind intelligent training like we do now. I mean, there's just so many good publications out there that didn't exist back then. And we have this thing called foam rolling and
Yeah.
myofascial work. And when you integrate that with everything that you do, my friends, it's magic. And then you're gonna have a happy body and a happy life.
Yes, I love that so much because that's how it should be, is to live, ageless, and you're following along with science now and you're listening to your body now, and you don't have to think that at a certain age that you have to be a certain way. and you want
Exactly.
to live joyfully as you age too, and you want to be able to keep your movement going. And I think that's something that people kind of forget about, or they overlook, or think, okay, once you're over 40, like you're old. And
Yeah.
it's not that way at all. No.
No, no. And again, agelessness is, I mean, when I created Ageless Training Academy, it has nothing to do with the chronological age. You can be, a 30-year-old in an 80-year-old's body if you keep pounding yourself, or you can be an 80-year-old in a 30-year-old's body. So again, looking at, yes, I mean, there's going to be physical changes as we age. We can't get away from that. That's called gravity. That's called, we're here for a very short amount of time. So why not take care of, the home that we live in, so to speak? So once again, I mean, the new project for me is Ageless Training Academy, where we are going to offer two programs, not this coming weekend, but the following. And the one that I think I'm so excited about is the Pilates one, which is on the 19th. And if anyone's interested, you can go to Ageless Training Academy on Eventbrite and register. And even if you're not a trainer, you truly will walk away with how to take care of yourself. And that's really the whole premise of our program. And for me, Jacqueline, it's really about people that attend our program. It's like you can walk away, and if you have time to brush your teeth, you have time to massage your feet and learn how to use a tennis ball. Simple things that last for a couple of hours, and you go, oh my God, I have energy. Well, we've stimulated the connective tissue in your body, and you feel better and you have more energy.
I love that so much. Yeah, and you do stuff with Club Pilates, and a lot of your work has been followed through in all the different Club Pilates around the world as well. So I
Yeah.
work in the Gainesville Club Pilates. Shout out to the Club Pilates crew. So yeah, and it's exciting to know that there are safe methods going into these bigger gyms and bigger studios that is being looked at now, and being with open arms, are being taken in,
Yes,
which is
yes. And and this is why I think there's quite a resurgence in Pilates. And I've been working with Club Pilates for a very long time now, and I'm happy to see again that how busy and how well that these studios are doing, and that primarily women. Unfortunately, not a lot of men have quite grasped the idea how badly they need it, but you know things take time, right? But yeah. So again, gals that take Pilates and they realize that, they feel so much better, and they look so much better, et cetera, through this type of training. So yeah.
yeah.
So so the program, that we've created is truly the ageless training philosophy, utilizing myofascial work and Pilates apparatus. So you're really doing a combination of release and movement, and it's unlike anything anyone has created. We also have the regular HS Training Academy,
Right.
which is the art of lengthening and the combination of myofascial release. So imagine you either whichever training you leave from, you're like, wow, I feel like I just got a deep tissue massage, but oh gee, I'm ready to go out and play tennis. So again, it's a unique blend of movement and massage. It's pretty incredible. It's unlike anything. It's unlike anything I've ever seen done.
It sounds so exciting. How do you come with all this creativity and all these different unique ideas? Because you've been in the industry for a little bit now, and you are super relevant, and you're always creative and always coming up with stuff that is educational, and it's pleasurable, but it's also beneficial.
Well, I think the most important thing is education is key. So I'm like you, and like every other, trainers that want to truly learn the science and application of movement. Is I'm a perpetual learner. So if I'm not, like, for example, this last weekend in Korea, when I wasn't teaching, I was taking sessions from outstanding presenters, and then I come back with my own spin on how would I cultivate something that I've learned and how can I apply it to the way that I teach my clients, for example. And one of the presenters basically, integrated tapping method where you're tapping, different parts of your body that need energy. And I use that method on my students today, and they went, I can't believe how good I feel. And I said, I know, it's wonderful. So, and I love to give credit where credit is due. So whenever I take a session, rather than, not giving credit to, other educators, and that happens a lot in our industry, unfortunately. Um, that way it's nice to say, yeah, if you like this method, this individual also has a book on Amazon, etc. So, we raise the tide when we are professional in that manner, and I think that it's vital, because that way we're helping everybody's health. And I think we can all agree our country is incredibly sick, between the food that we eat, and then basically, it's tied in with the pharmaceutical companies. So
Yeah.
rather than a doctor saying, you need to exercise, here, take this pill, and it's an uphill battle. It truly is. And for example, when I had my knee done in 2018, I didn't take any medication. I mean,
Wow.
other than, ibuprofen for about a week, but I did it through nutrition, movement, and meditation. It can be done. Your brain can produce the best pharmaceuticals over, any drugstore you go into, because again, our body has the chemistry to produce,
Yeah.
the things that we want. Think of the emotion of love. I mean, think of how you feel if you're in love with somebody, or you're happy about something. You're tingly, you're happy, you're glowing. And no pill can, well, I'm sure there is a pill out there that can provide that,
Yeah.
but it's not the same feeling. But we're reliant on outside stimulus, instead of going, I have the same ability to do this. And this is what we teach you through the Ageless
Wow.
Training Academy. We teach you how to go in and find this works.
I love that so much, because it's such a huge inspiration that you can manifest the life that you want, and you can manifest the health that you want, and that you are sharing your knowledge and your tips with other people. I feel like it's such a huge domino effect. When you start to inspire and help others, then they start to help others, and then it just makes everything such a better place, and it makes you a better person, and it makes you happier. And why hide everything, and why keep stuff to yourself? Because it's not going to go anywhere, you know?
Right?
Yeah. Like, why
Yeah.
be stingy with it? And it's kind of hard sometimes in the industry, where there are people that do kind of keep those gems to themselves. And I love that. And that's why so many people love you, is because you are so giving.
Well, at the end of the day, passion is important, but purpose is greater. So when you have a combination of passion and purpose, no matter what it is, whether you're doing volunteer work, or you're a teacher, or you're a nurse, at the end of the day, that's the reward, if that makes sense. A lot of people go, oh, I'm passionate about pickleball. Well, that's nice, but create a purpose with it. You know what I'm saying? So when you're purpose driven, the passion shows up.
Oh my gosh, I love that. You're dropping so many gems today. I love it. It has been such a pleasure. Was there any events that are coming up for you? I know you mentioned
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, for those of you that are listening, it is Ageless Training Academy, and you can find that information on Eventbrite. That is going to be November 19th, and our other training you can register on fmgonline.ca, and that's just the regular Ageless Training Academy. So my co-partner is up in Canada, because we have a lot of Canadians that have gone through the program. So she's been handling the registrations for the Ageless Training Academy. But if you're a Pilates enthusiast, then for sure go to the other one, and that's through Eventbrite. We just did it that way because it's easy. So, but I so appreciate you asking me to be on today, and I love the fact that you're spreading such good word on everything that you do. And I love that you're doing that. It's awesome.
Thank you. It's so nice to reconnect with you. I know that we keep in touch every now and then, and I'm such a huge animal lover, and I go back and forth between being vegan and vegetarian. I'm trying to go back into being vegan again just because my heart for the babies, for the little fur animals out there. But yeah, so we've had a lot of things in common. And so you've always been such a huge inspiration and just a positive light. And so I really
Thank
appreciate you
you.
coming on.
Well,
And yeah.
in closing, I would recommend everybody watches the Blue Zone, the documentary, because these are people that are still working, still active, and they are all over 100 years old. And it's one of the best documentaries. I watched it with a friend of mine the other night, and yeah, we both sat there and we went, they are living life without stress. And if you haven't watched that documentary, I highly recommend it.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go watch it this weekend.
Awesome.
I'll let you know. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I love being inspired by people just around the world, around the globe that are really making an impact and like following their passion, following that path, finding that guiding light.
Well, thank you again so much, my friend. And you can reach me. Anybody has any questions about life, love, happiness, you name it. It's Leslee, Leslee at bendertraining.com. Shoot me an email. Anything I can do to my fellow friends out there that are listening. I love to share.
Yes, I love it so much. We will definitely have to do this again.
Yes. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, wonderful day wherever you are in the world. And I look forward to seeing you all soon.
Yes, thank you, love. Take care. Thank you guys
Bye.
for watching. Lots of love and light. Thank you for watching Jacqueline Valdez Live, illuminating the world one voice at a time. Thank you. Bye.